8 days to the Republic Bank Love FM Habitat Fair at the Kumasi City Mall. Hashtag Stop Galamsey Now. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Midday News.
Let the water flow. I will speak to him directly. President John Dramani Mahama. Yellow blood do.
The news is live on Joy 99.7 and Hits 103.9 FM here in Accra. We are on Love 99.5 FM in Kumasi, myjoyonline.com, an affiliate in all 16 regions of Ghana, including Voter Premier Ho, in Kligi FM Boli, ATL FM Bog at Cape Coast, and Radio Max Takrady. Live on X Spaces, Facebook and YouTube. The Midday News is supported by Petrosol Platinum Energy, energizing dreams. Our top stories: 3 illegal miners killed in explosion after sneaking into an abandoned Heath Goldfield shaft at Prestia in the Western region. We have details plus updates on the blast. Meanwhile, former Bogosu Prestia mine workers demand immediate settlement of unpaid arrears and redundancy benefits.
The situation of the mine and that of the redundant workers continue to deteriorate.
We'll bring you details as the former workers accuse Heath Goldfields of failing to honor key commitment and treating miners unfairly. Also, Ghana Water Limited forced to source water from a mining pit to supply its Bonsa water treatment plant following severe siltation in the Bonsa River caused by upstream illegal mining activities.
There are a few boreholes in the system which we had to depend on, but that isn't the best because it isn't enough for the people. So currently we are looking at the mine Lake Pit with Anglo Gold.
Meanwhile, children in the Agona East District are paying the heavy price of illegal mining in our latest Dear Mahama series.
I am happy to be a Ghanaian, but sometimes I feel like I don't want to be a Ghanaian because of these bad things going around in this country.
We have more in our continuing series, Dear Mahama, Stop Galamsey. Also coming up, another setback to removed Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu's fight to overturn her ouster as the ECOWAS court rejects her bid to freeze the work of the committee that probed her conduct. Also in sports.
Black Stars coach Otuado stresses the need for improvement after back-to-back defeats in Asia.
We'll bring you details of the sports news later. Also, Superlock is bringing their affordable kitchenette to the Republic Bank Love FM Habitat Fair to serve your meals out of love. It's only 8 days away.
Our kitchens the top of it is made with quartz. The quartz, yeah. Wow. 27 to 29th November, we'll be having a promotion. How much discount? 40%.
40%?
Yes.
Also, fresh data from the Statistical Service indicates nearly 5.4 million Ghanaians still practice open defecation due to lack of toilet facilities. Details as the UN says the phenomenon is derailing global efforts to achieve Sustainable Development Goal 6 by 2030. These and more with me, Pearl Ofori. This is Joy News, independent, fearless and credible. This afternoon, 3 illegal miners have died in an underground explosion after sneaking into an abandoned Heath Goldfield shaft at Prestia in the Western region. The victims reportedly used unauthorized routes to access the inactive mine, which caved in after thick smoke believed to have come from an explosive blast filled the tunnel. The incident has triggered concern amid claims that more miners may still be trapped. Heath Goldfields has expressed deep sorrow and says it's cooperating with police, the Minerals Commission and NADMO as investigations and recovery efforts continue. Well, my colleague Mamisi Nyamicha Thompson joins me with details of Heath's statement. Mamisi, what more does the statement say?
So, Pell, he's saying that their preliminary reports indicate that these individuals used unauthorized routes to access a restricted area of the mine, leading to the tragic loss of the 3 lives. They've also extended their condolences to the bereaved families and the Prestia community. Well, Heath Goldfields is also saying that they're fully cooperating with relevant authorities, including the Ghana Police Service, the Minerals Commission, and the National Disaster Management Organization, to support their investigations and recovery efforts. And they're also saying that as a responsible mining company, they remain committed to the highest standards of safety and the protection of human lives. Now, they are assuring stakeholders, including traditional leaders, community members, regulators, and partners, of their continued dedication to be responsible in their mining activities and also engage the community in safeguarding livelihoods. They say their thoughts and prayers remain with the families who've lost their loved ones. We're yet to know whether the death toll have risen or not.
And you want to stay with us for updates on that story, Mamisa. Thank you so much for that statement from Heath Goldfield. In a related development, former workers of the Bogoso Pristia gold mine are demanding that government fulfills the promises and agreements made to them. They want their outstanding leave arrears, their 2023 bonus, and redundancy payments settled without delay. The aggrieved workers also say Heath Goldfield's deal has failed to address the concerns of miners, alleging that the company is treating workers unfairly.
The situation of the mine and that of the redundant workers continue to deteriorate. Under the guise of operational restructuring and claiming to be placing the mine under care and maintenance, Heath Goldfields has disengaged a substantial number of employees. The human cost and suffering by this disengagement is undeniable.
This afternoon, Ghana Water Limited has been forced to turn to a mining pit at Anglo Gold Company to supply its Bonsa water treatment plant, the lifeline of potable water for the Tawa municipality. The plant has been completely shut down after illegal upstream mining turned the Bonsa River into a thick, choking sludge 3 weeks after a costly dredging exercise. Speaking to my colleague Faustina Safo on Prime News on the Joy News channel, Ghana Water Limited's Public Relations Officer Stanley Manti warned that the company is racing against time, conducting feasibility studies to find an alternative water source before the municipality faces a full-blown water crisis.
There are a few boreholes in the system which we had to depend on, but that isn't the best because it isn't enough for the people. So currently we are looking at the mine lake pit with Anglo Gold. And so we have met with the management of Anglo Gold today. We've had very serious discussions, and then we are sending consultants into the area to do feasibility studies, and then we'll see how quick we can lay pipes from the place to our treatment plant. Then we can treat the water from the mine lake pit. The mine lake pit is such that they have dug into almost into the aquifers, and so there's a lot of water that is coming out of the aquifers, and they have to pump it. They even have to treat it before pumping back into the Bonsa, but it is downstream our plant. So what we want to do now is to set up a booster station where we can divert this water into our treatment plant.
So you have the Public Relations Officer of the Ghana Water Limited, Stanley Marty, and likely he's joined us via telephone. Good afternoon. Thank you for your time on the Midday News. So how safe is this water from the mining pit?
Yeah, thank you very, very much. So like I said yesterday, the Anglo Gold has dug into the aquifers. They've dug close to 200 meters down to the earth crust. And we are all aware that beneath the earth crust is aquifers that contain a lot of water. So now they always pump the water out into the Bonsa River so that they can have their way to still break the rocks and then to do what they have to do. But instead of pumping the water out, the water is clean. Turbidity is below 5 NTU. And there haven't been any trace of any dangerous chemical within the water. So why can't we divert that water into a treatment plant for treatment? Because whatever they pump out is even more than we require for our treatment plant to produce water in a day. So then this is the discussion that we are having so that we can divert that water into our treatment plant and then treat for the people. Now, because turbidity is low and there hasn't been any identifiable dangerous chemical in the water, it is possible for us to treat the water even at a lower cost. And so that is what we are looking at. Now, the people of Tawa and Ghanaians should rest assured that even if you are able to even treat heavy metals like cyanide and mercury and all that, why can't we treat water without heavy metals and dangerous chemicals like those ones? So initial assessment of the water is such that we do not have any dangerous chemical. The compounds in there are not any dangerous compounds.
Okay.
And so we will go ahead and then with our arrangements and have it diverted into a treatment plant. And everybody must be rest assured that we are all safe when we consume the water after treatment. Thank you.
I'm sure this is coming at a cost to the Ghana Water Company Limited. Do you have an idea how much?
Please come again.
I'm asking, do you have an idea how much this is going to cost the Ghana Water Limited?
So like I intimated yesterday, we are engaging a consultant who do the feasibility studies and then assessment, and then who do a bill of quantities and everything. Then we can come up with an actual figure. I think if I have to mention anything now, then I'll be disingenuous. That would be the right thing to do. Let's do the feasibility study that we can put the right amount out for the Ghana population. But whatever it is, I think it's going to be a very good investment if everything has to go through. Thank you.
Stanley Martin speaks for the Ghana Water Limited. Thank you so much for your time. Now, in today's episode of our Dear Mahama series, children in Kwenyako and Kwesichikrom in the Agona East District are paying the hidden price of illegal mining miles away from their town. The Ayensu River, once their lifeline, now runs brown and polluted, forcing families to risk illness just to fetch water from it. More in today's episode of Dear Mahama, Stop Galamsey.
12-year-old Kofi should be in class 6. Instead, he's repeating class 5. He did not fail. He fell sick for a week, missing his exams. His family says the illness came from the Ayensu River, polluted by illegal mining upstream.
I used to bath in the Ayensu River. My dad asked me to stop, but I continued. One day, I was getting ready for school when I suddenly felt cold and dizzy. I had to lie down, and I couldn't stand. After I finished taking my medicines, and when school resumed, I was repeated because I failed to write the end of term exams.
The impact on children's education is growing. Some miss classes and others arrive late or tired. 14-year-old Kelvin Tifo from Kwesichukrom Basic School is one of them.
Pipes are not flowing because of the illegal mining going around. They use mercury for doing that illegal mining. That makes the water contaminated for human beings. I am happy to be a Ghanaian, but sometimes I feel like I don't want to be a Ghanaian because of these bad things going around in this country.
So let's talk about things we can do to conserve our water bodies. Yes.
Teachers in both communities confirm this is a daily challenge for many people.
Usually we used to report to school 6 a.m. Since there's no water, they need to be roaming about searching for water. Classes now begin somewhere 7:38, which affects our normal academic contact hours.
Nana Obrebua has lived 81 years by the Ayensu. He feels the weight of disappointment. The sight of the river his generation is leaving behind haunts him.
The children, they are going to suffer. Because at my age, how long? Can I spend another 30 years? I can't spend more than 30 years. But my children and my grandchildren, they are going to suffer. I'm not happy. I'm worried.
I want the government to help us produce water for villages like ours. We have to get safe water for us to not be ill, and we should be healthy.
Kofi lost a year of progress in school. Kelvin starts most days with the burden of finding water. Across Kwenyako and Kwesichukrom, parents and teachers say polluted water is now shaping in children's futures in ways they cannot control. If nothing changes, more pupils will fall behind, more families will struggle, and more futures will be affected. Emmanuel Jiven, Joy News, Central Region.
Meanwhile, President John Dramani Mahama has announced that Cabinet has given the green light to the Public Tribunal's bill to enable illegal mining offences to be tried before public tribunals to speed up prosecution and strengthen enforcement.
Another problem we have is, so far, we've arrested more than 1,700 people. The courts to even process these people is a problem. So many of them we've been forced to grant them bail. And so one of the things Cabinet did the last time was to pass the Public Tribunals Bill so that we'll push issues to do with illegal mining to the public tribunals. So if that comes, we would be able to process, these cases against illegal mining even quicker.
Now, the ECOWAS Court of Justice has dismissed former Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu's application seeking interim measures to hold the work of the committee that investigated her removal from office. Suspended Chief Justice Tokonu filed a case against the Republic of Ghana at the ECOWAS Court of Justice in Abuja, Nigeria on the 4th of July this year. The case centers on allegations of human rights violations related to her suspension and the proceedings leading to her removal. Deputy Attorney General Justice Stremsai, who shared the court's ruling on Facebook, said the application did not satisfy the criteria for a grant of interim measures. Let's listen to excerpts of the post read to you.
The ECOWAS Court has this morning dismissed Mrs. Justice Gertrude Tokonu's application for interim measures. The court stated that the application did not satisfy the criteria for a grant of interim measures. More particularly, the court held that the applicant's own conduct defeats her claim of imminent and irreparable harm. The court is therefore satisfied that the applicant has not demonstrated the existence of imminent or exceptional circumstance that would justify the urgency of the application filed almost 3 months after the act complained of. In the light of the applicant's failure to meet the requirement of urgency, the court finds no basis to assess the remaining criteria for provisional measures, same being cumulative. The request for a provisional measures, as outlined by the applicant, same not substantiated, is therefore dismissed.
Now, the Office of the Special Prosecutor has clarified that Interpol has not removed the red notice issued for former Finance Minister Ken Ofori, stating that the request is still under consideration by Interpol's Commission for the Control of Files. Well, it follows media reports indicating that the red notice has been removed by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Now, joining me in the studio is my colleague Michael. Michael, what are the details of the statement from the OSP?
So the OSP tries to detail the events that have happened since early October until now, what has led to the rumor that is going around. It tells us that in October 2025, the Commission for the Control of Interpol's Files notified Ghanaian authorities that accused Kenneth Nanayao Ofori had applied for the removal of his name from Interpol's red notice. The Commission requested Ghana's response to Mr. Ofori's application. Ghana's response, we are told, was duly submitted on 22nd October 2025. Now, by communication dated 7th November 2025, the Commission for the Control of Interpol's Files again notified Ghanaian authorities that accused Kenneth Nanayao Ofori had filed additional arguments in an addendum, and the Commission requested Ghanaian authorities to file their response to Mr. Ofori's additional argument by 21st November 2025, and that will be in 2 days' time. The proceedings are still pending, we are told, and the Commission for the Control of Interpol's Files is still studying the case. The difference between what used to be and what is now, OSP explains that during the pendency of the proceedings, which was started by Ken Ofori, the applicant's name, image and details are often redacted from public view until a final determination is made. And then it goes ahead to talk about the fact that people should disregard the context or the new narration that they are putting, or spin they are putting on the new arrangement that's happened.
Michael Ashali, thank you. Now, the government of Ghana is initiating a process that will lead to a state-led takeover of Springfield Exploration and Production Limited interest in the West Cape 3 Points Block 2 as the country seeks to revive its declining crude oil production. More in the following report.
In a statement, the Energy Ministry says the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, GNPC, and its upstream subsidiary, GNPC Explorco, are in, quote, constructive discussions, end of quote, with Springfield on the potential acquisition. The move forms part of what government describes as a broad national strategy to safeguard petroleum asset and accelerate stalled upstream project. To guide the process, the Petroleum Commission and GNPC are jointly hiring an independent technical consultant and a transactional advisor to conduct a full technical assessment of the block, audit past expenditures, carry out financial due diligence, and determine a fair valuation of Springfield's interest. Government says this is to ensure a transparent and evidence-based approach. The ministry noted that several years of delays in developing the block have threatened Ghana's long-term production prospect, especially at a time when crude output is already in decline. It argues that expediting development of the WCTP2 resource base is now essential to sustaining national revenues and securing the country's energy future. Government says the intention is to reposition the asset for accelerated development, potentially in partnership with experienced deepwater operators. At the same time, it insists Ghana remains committed to local content and indigenous participation, stressing that any intervention will support national capacity building goals. The statement also clarified that the process has been carried out without prejudice to ongoing investigations involving Springfield or affiliated entities. It says due process and institutional independence remains intact.
Now joining us via telephone is Richmond Roxon. He's a public relations officer at the Energy Ministry. Thank you for your time on the Midday News. So how exactly does government expect this potential takeover to transform Ghana's crude output and also accelerate the stalled development of this block?
Good afternoon to you, and good afternoon to your cherished listeners, and thank you for the opportunity. Since 2019 till today, our country's oil reserves has been dwindling. We look at production, we peaked around 71 million barrels in 2019. And this year, we are doing averagely about 38 million barrels. This obviously is concerning. And His Excellency the President, together with Honorable John Chapel, with the Sector Minister, together are taking all necessary steps to ensure that we address the declining reserves. And so one of the steps that government is taking is to engage Springfield to take over Block 2, which is the West Point. This petroleum agreement was signed as far back in 2016, was ratified in 2016 July.
Richmond Roxon is a public relations officer at the Energy Ministry, and thank you so much for speaking to us on the Midday News. Now, this is the Midday News. Still to come, Superlog is bringing their affordable kitchenette to the Republic Bank Love FM Habitat Fair to serve your muse out of love. And this fair is only 8 days away.
Our kitchens are, the top of it is made with quartz. Quartz, yes. Wow. 27 to 29 November, we'll be having a promotion. How much discount? 40%.
40%?
Yes.
Details of that story include in sport after this break.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. They make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level dey go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Everywhere for everyone.
The winning season is back, but this time
I am collecting the wins like jollof at a wedding. The luckiest season 3 is here. Your chance to flip your luck or maybe your bank account too.
2 easy ways to join. Dial *712#. Hit 1 to buy for you or 2 to gift a friend. Feeling lucky? Pick 1 for a random number or hit 2 to choose your own. Pay with mobile money. Done. You're in.
Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, click community tickets, choose your number or let the system do so for you. You can buy a ticket for your boo or your favorite barber. Pay with Mumu or card if you are abroad.
1 ticket could turn your 1 Ghana cedi into 500 times more. And the whole community could win 10 times over.
Dial *712# or log on.
Let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Stronger brand you can trust. We got some more and get some more super. And the Polita every day. Always the best.
Joy 99.7 FM.
And you're welcome back to the Midday News. Thanks for staying with us. It's time for sport. Mubarak is here. Here's some news on the Black Stars and what's it this time?
Yes, Pearl, Black Stars head coach Otuado, he is stressing on the need to improve ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Remember, Ghana wrapped up the November friendlies with back-to-back defeats to Japan and South Korea. The Black Stars conceded 3 goals and failed to score in both matches.
Ghana, but also South Korea, they're not there yet. For the World Cup, there's still some months to go for us to improve. Surely also in all aspects, in pressing, in creating chances, but also not allowing chances. And there's still room to improve, I think, for especially for Ghana. But I can't speak too much about South Korea because I think they, like I said, they did well. But Japan is really, really at the moment, they're on a very high level.
Yeah, that's the head coach of Black Stars, Otuado.
Thank you very much, Mubarak. Now, the government says it is exploring the possibility of partnering with faith-based organizations that operate hospitals to help complete some of the outstanding Agenda 111 projects across the country. The idea, according to President Mahama, is to allow these organizations to take over and add the facilities to the hospitals they already manage, whilst government channels its resources into finishing the projects that are closest to completion. Speaking during an interaction with the Christian Council, President Mahama reviewed that a comprehensive assessment of all the Agenda 111 projects is currently underway.
Have not taken a decision yet, but it's going to come to Cabinet. We've asked the Ministry of an assessment of all the outstanding Agenda 111 hospitals. I think ASL is doing that work. And so when they bring the report, there are some that are near completion, that government will just go ahead and complete. And there are others too that are at various stages. You know, the foundation has been finished, some are at lintel, different segments. And I was saying that because of the cooperation we enjoy with the faith-based organizations that run hospitals, if there are some of these hospitals in areas where you find that it is useful for you to expand your health outreach.
He had President John Dramani Mahama. Now, a good meal isn't only made from some of the finest cooks with their magical recipes, but a luxurious and clean environment adds to the sumptuous fusion of flavors prepared in elegance. Superlock is offering a 40% discount on their durable kitchenette at the Republic Bank Love FM Habitat Fair.
Welcome to Superlock.
Okay.
My name is Elkin Fong.
Okay.
I'm a marketer here. You know,
okay.
Superlock, our kitchens are, the top of it is made with quartz.
Quartz,
yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And it doesn't get spoiled. It is kitchen for the future. Napkin or with water then you clean everything. Yeah. So
this is very doable.
Yeah.
If I'm making my bread, I can put it on it and then
yes, of course, yes.
I don't need a rolling pin.
Yes.
All right, so that's fine. Will it come with the utensils?
No, please. It
That's
doesn't
okay.
come
We
with
come with the
anything.
utensils.
Very nice. You can see your microwave is here. Yeah, very
makes
nice.
it easier.
Yes, and with the kitchens to 27 to 29th November, we'll be having a promotion. So
And that's happening at the Habitat Fair. You know that?
Yeah, of course.
You're having a promotion. Tell me about it.
How much discount? 40%.
40%?
Yes, of course, 40%.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
And treat all our clients to come on board.
To come there. Yeah. You definitely want to be at the Habitat Fair.
Sure.
And you just heard it, you definitely have to be at the Habitat Fair. And the Republic Bank Love FM Habitat Fair is only 8 days away, happening at the Kumasi City Mall from the 27th to the 30th of November. It's time for What's Trending. And my colleague Noella Kariniale has What's Trending. What do we have?
Hi, Pearl. A lot of things are trending. Nigeria, for instance, is trending. The ECOWAS court is also trending. Let me read some tweets, though, from Nigeria. Obviously, it's on the heels of some bandits or terrorists, if you like, attacking some church members in the state in Nigeria. Nicki Minaj has reacted to the story and says, I want to make it very clear, once again, that this isn't about taking sides. This is about standing up in the face of injustice. It's about what I've always stood for, and that's American rapper Nicki Minaj there. Let me read some tweets or comments from ECOWAS courts trending on X as well. Zola C on X says, I'm sure they will say President Mahama has packed the ECOWAS court too. And that's it for What's Trending.
Thank you so much, Noel. And that's how we end the Midday News. Thanks for staying with us. I am Pearl Ofori. Good afternoon and thank you for your time.